Introduction. Dear friend, healthy eating and living are essential for great quality of life. As you read this book, you will discover an effective and safe way to fuel your body for success and achieve a healthy lifestyle, all while avoiding that suffering feeling and extreme dieting. Over the last 2 decades, I have trained and coached a wide variety of people with different skills and health and fitness needs, from people with disabilities to Olympic athletes. As you're about to see, I have discovered the most important truth and the recenter principle. I want you to know how to fuel the body for success, enough energy to lose weight, build muscle, compete competitively, and live a full vitality life. You probably know some people who have always been on diets. They have tried every diet on earth, and they know each one by name and number, and they have even convinced you to try one. Yet, they go from diet to diet seeking a solution. You know this kind of person. You are probably one of them. Their lives are filled with all the foods they can't eat and the things they can't do. They are no fun to live with or hang out with, whether it is at a restaurant or having dinner at home. There are numerous types of diets since there are all types of people with different needs. It doesn't make one diet better or worse, just unique. Each of you has your own dietary needs, a unique FuelPrint of food for weight loss, maintaining good energy, and building lean muscle. For most people, that print will change through different ages and stages of life. According to research, dieters have less than a 5% chance of succeeding on diets. You are being asked to invest much more than you receive in return over the long term. That is not good business. It is dieting bankruptcy. Over the years of training children, women, and men, I have developed a unique FuelPrint to help you solve your weight management challenges, burn fat, build lean muscle, and increase energy while maintaining a healthy rhythmic lifestyle. You may be one of 95% of people who have tried dieting before and had to give up your favorite foods, couldn't go to some events because of what they were serving. Maybe you have experienced long periods of hunger and low energy, feeling like you will die from starvation. You saw the number on the scales go down and you didn't understand how to check to see if it is water weight, fat weight, or precious muscle weight. You were so relieved to see lower numbers on the scales and to convince yourself that the diet is working, only to be terribly disappointed months later when you regained the weight plus a few more pounds. Follow the steps properly for your unique FuelPrint found a few pages in. Have a clear picture in mind of what you desire your body to look like in 90 days. Start to do the work by meditating on it. Sign a personal pledge with yourself of the time, patience, and effort you are willing to invest in this process. Place your pledge card where you can see it every day and recommit to your pledge every day. When you do this, you are on your way to discovering your unique print for a happier, healthier, and wealthier lifestyle. The unsolved problem with dieting is much more than lowering your calories and increasing your activity. Millions of people have tried that and they are not satisfied with the results. Dieting deprivation has failed millions of people. Inside this book, you will discern why diet deprivation has not worked and has failed so many people, and you will discover your unique FuelPrint for weight loss, increasing your energy level, and building lean muscle while enjoying a healthy lifestyle. The Recenter Method unique FuelPrint is the process of identifying your eating habits, cutting away the bad habits and replacing them with sustainable healthy ones. You will analyze your entire food intake to determine what food portions or calories you eat at different times of the day, determine your level of activity and when you are burning the most calories. This FuelPrint is filled with scientifically backed studies for healthy living in most of the chapters. The Recenter method does not always work. There have been situations where it is not a good fit for some people. You will discover the number one reason why and when it didn't work. In the Recenter method, the time of day and the reason why you eat are very important. Studies show greater changes in weight loss, building lean muscle, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle are achieved when the why you're eating is positive. Study number 1 supports this point. Study 1. Being happy may promote a healthy lifestyle. Studies show that happier people are more likely to eat healthier diets and engage in physical activity. You will still get to eat all the special foods you enjoy while discovering the healthier version as your tastes change. You will experiment with better times to eat and why you overeat or underfeed your body. Tackling the results to why you eat leads to much more sustainable weight loss, lean muscle gains, and a higher level of energy over a lifetime. You will lose weight and keep it off without it creeping back in a few months. Joyfully, Harold O. Argyle King, founder of Being Elevated Lifestyle. Section 1. Are you sabotaging your eating? Chapter 1. Are you living an elevated life? A fit and lean lifestyle starts with desire. Harold O. A few years ago, I got an email request for help to get in shape. It was an unusual request. As I read through the email, I said to myself, I know this name. Then memories of Jane began to flood my mind. I had met Jane at one of the community fitness events I had hosted on healthy living. In that presentation, I shared with them one of my favorite tips. Healthy living is possible at every age and stage of your life. It is never too late to get in shape. Jane remembered that tip and was ready to make a change in her life. I arrived at Jane's home to do her first session assessment of her fitness needs. She was now 85 years old, yet her memory was as sharp as a tack, and she had the determination of a Marine soldier. She reminded me of the message I shared with her years ago. In case my young mind forgot, she said, healthy living is possible at every age and stage of your life. It is never too late to get in shape. I am 85 and I am ready. Jane's balance was not as strong after slipping and falling a few times over the years. She was now using a walking aid and she was anxious to get rid of it. She said to me that one of her secrets to life is repeating my mantra every day. You can achieve anything you desire if you believe and work towards it daily. It was one of my favorites. Jane had a deep desire to walk again without an aid. I designed a strength program along with her unique recenter method FuelPrint for Jane. One day, 6 months later, when I least expected it, at the beginning of a workout, she stood up and walked unassisted. She had the biggest smile on her face. Jane's desire to walk again at 85 years old was encouraging. I reflected on the bright smile on her face 1 year later as I sat among a group of mourners at her memorial service. At least Jane did it her way, on her way out. I want to help you look, feel, and move your best, just like I helped Jane when I developed her recenter method unique FuelPrint for sufficient calories to walk again. Even if you don't know what to do or you tried every diet before and failed, anyone with desire alone can get the recenter method done. After you do it, your life will change. You will look, feel, and move better from the amazing results, and your life will be awesome. Chapter 2. Getting to heart of the matter. Rise early and go after your fitness dream today. Harold O. The number one benefit of the recenter method is that it is easy to follow and you don't have any extreme restrictions. Before I share with you why you must do the recenter method, I want to share with you a study and a story. Study 2. According to studies, extreme diets can lower your metabolism. Regularly eating fewer calories than your body needs can cause your metabolism to slow down. According to experts, losing 1 to 2 pounds, 0.45 to 0.9 kilograms per week is a healthy and safe rate, while losing more than this is considered too fast. Some years ago, Peter walked into the gym looking for a weight loss program to increase his energy. At 62 years, his lifestyle as an executive kept him from working out and eating properly for the last 5 years. He was tired of struggling to fit in his clothes and was always exhausted when he got home from work. He was easily winded on his cardio test on his second workout, gasping for air after 3 minutes and in between reps in the strength training workout. He said, "I never will let myself get out of shape again like this." Peter was easy to train. He listened and followed my professional guidance, and he was coachable. He made the weekly adjustments to his Recenter Method unique FuelPrint. He did his 3 hours of strength training plus his fat-burning cardio workout. He went from gasping for air after 3 minutes to riding his first bike race and running a road race in less than a year. Over time, he kept getting fitter and stronger, losing over 50 pounds and 3 inches in his waist. But the stressors of life had begun to get to Peter. His wife died in an accident, his son was arrested and jailed, and he lost his executive job, and then he lost his joy for living. One day he began to feel dizzy. He felt like he was having a panic attack. He could feel his heart racing, clasping to the chest. He called 911 for help. The paramedics arrived. He was rushed to hospital, and 2 days later he awoke to find a doctor over him in the intensive care unit. The doctor said he had cheated death. His entire body had shut down. His doctor said if it was not for the strength of his heart from his workouts and weight loss, he would have been a dead man. Peter shared this touching story when he returned to the gym. Today he's happily remarried and still working. He believes retirement is for the birds. His son has been released from prison, and they have reunited. As you are reading this, you are probably looking for a better way to lose weight and keep it off. Increase your energy level all day and build lean muscle. You are wondering, why should I bother to continue reading all these pages? And what is the benefit of following the Recenter method to discover my unique FuelPrint for 90 days? Using the Recenter method number 1 principle below will help look, feel, and move your best. The principle of the Recenter method unique fuel principle is: eat wisely, right reason, right season. Eat wisely, right quality, right quantity. Chapter 3. Are you confused by mixed messages? Whatever setback you encounter, don't give up on your hopes and dreams. Harold Doe. Nicole was a serial dieter. She had tried every diet, and she had struggled with her weight since she was a teenager. She was newly engaged. Her boyfriend had just proposed to her, and she wanted to lose 50 pounds in 6 months to fit into her wedding dress. Nicole was very confused with all the mixed messages from the diet books she had read, and desperately wanted to look her best in her wedding photos. I reminded her it was okay to be confused. It was not her fault. Up to now, it had not been that simple, with a lot of mixed messages to go through. It was not her fault. What is really to blame are all the magazines in checkout lines, the media, and the diet books that she had been researching, hoping to desperately find a solution. Using the Recenter method, Nicole lost over 60 pounds by her wedding date. After she returned from her honeymoon, I got a thank you card that read, "Thank you for helping me to change my life. My unique FuelPrint was easy to follow even on my honeymoon. I love my wedding photos. Signed, Nicole." Have you noticed how confusing the information on diets has been? High carbs, low carbs, no carbs? Why has weight loss, building lean muscle, and reshaping your body been so confusing until now? Why are smart people like you confused about how to eat successfully and diet for weight loss, high level of energy, and build lean muscle? You probably would not be reading this book if you were not so confused. Finding the right diet and eating plan has been confusing to me too, and in ways it still is. Even competent coaches are still learning. It used to distress me that diets and eating plans are so complex and mystifying, but once I found what I'm about to share with you, I began to realize I wasn't as much to be blamed as were the commercial on TV. Study number 3 points to this confusion. Study 3. The main problem with nutrition science seems to be that food is big business, and food conglomerates influence the questions that are asked and the answers that are provided, or not. The food industry leaves its fingerprints on research, critics say. Chapter 4. On time gratification. Invest in your health and fitness today. It can reap a great return on your investment tomorrow and years from now. Harold Doe. Karen was a mom and a wife with a busy career working downtown. She worked long hours away from home, and by the time she got home, the last thing she wanted to do was to fuss and argue with her daughter and husband about what was for dinner. When I started working with Karen, she was at her wit's end about feeding her picky family. With her eyes filling up with tears, she lowered her head, muttering under her breath. Sometimes it takes 3 different pots to satisfy everyone for one meal. They are picky eaters. After 6 weeks of working with Karen, she gained enough confidence and knowledge from the recent method on how to group the best types of foods for a healthy dinner. Karen lost 10 pounds. She knew to purchase, prepare, and put together a delicious healthy meal that didn't take all evening to make. The best part of all these changes for Karen was sitting down as a family with no TV distraction and eating dinner and cooking one pot of food for a meal. Discovering her unique FuelPrint allows her to help her family find theirs. She was grateful she made that decision. It was the best investment and a professional investment could make for myself, Karen said. After you discover the secret I am about to share with you from the recent method about no-guilt eating and how to go from striving for perfection rather than practice, your life will be so much better than it is right now. Food is good, and it was created to be enjoyed, whether you are eating to replenish all your energy after working or celebrating an anniversary, birthday, or wedding with friends and family. I know many other people who apply the recent method unique FuelPrint to their routine, and they are enjoying life, having lots of energy after a long day of work. They look and feel better than they have ever in their life. They are happier in relationships, healthier in their body, and wealthier in their mindset. Study 4. Bad habits are hard to break, but once you adopt a healthier lifestyle, you won't regret this decision. Studies show that healthy habits reduce the risk of certain diseases, improve your physical appearance and mental health, and give your energy level a much-needed boost. You won't change your mindset and behavior overnight, so be patient and take it one day at a time. I will tell you the best success story that I know from the recent method of finding your unique FuelPrint. This is my own story. I'm not saying I did better than everyone else. I changed my own life. Here is my personal story. This is a little embarrassing. I almost left it out of the book, but I decided to share it with you because I think you need to know who is sharing information with you. Have you ever disappointed yourself, broke your own rules or mantra? A few years ago, I was enjoying lots of success in my fitness career. I was mastering the art of attracting and retaining new clients. My daily schedule was swamped. Business was booming. I was getting up early doing what successful people do, my 1 hour of devotions and 1 hour reading industry material. I was filling myself up spiritually and intellectually before I poured myself into others. I was also doing one other thing, so big and disgusting I didn't know who to tell, how to stop, or where I could get help from. I was breaking one of the biggest commitments I made to myself. I had always circled my workout time on my schedule, vowing never to let anyone or anything get close to it. It was one of the sacred 2-hour windows I had carved out. I was attracting more clients than I had times available for, and the problem kept growing and growing. In distress, I made a decision I would come to regret. Have you ever made a decision in distress that would cause you even bigger distress? What did you do? Were you embarrassed by your decisions? I convinced myself it was okay to help people with their weight loss needs in a time slot when I should have been taking care of my fitness needs. I said to myself she really needed my help. Then I got addicted to the extra money. I traded my workout time to help others with their weaknesses. After a few months, I recognized I was starting to feel sluggish, tired, headaches, backaches, anything that could ache did. I started having digestive problems, losing muscle, and I gained 10 pounds of fat. My meals were no longer on time, and I was twisting and turning a lot while trying to rest at night. My bank account was growing, but I was unfulfilled. Tim was one of the people I was helping in my me time. One day, he announced that he got a promotion and would be leaving town. I am normally sad when a client leaves, but I was ecstatic about losing Tim and getting my me time back. I restarted my fitness journey, my appetite opened again, and I had to redo my unique FuelPrint to help lose the 10 pounds I had gained. After about 14 weeks, my body recentered to the way I wanted it. I had enough energy to read at night and to easily pop out of bed and continue reading. I made a new commitment to myself never to sacrifice my personal health, fitness, and wellness for more money. I am grateful I learned this lesson and I keep practicing it daily. Section 2. Walking the Talk. Chapter 5. The Power of Eating Wisely. Don't despise the days of the small beginning of success in your commitment to living a fit lifestyle. Harpeldo. Everything big starts small is one of the most important lessons from one of my teachers. She said, an adult was once a child, a fruit was once a seed, and a skyscraper was once an idea. That lesson had stuck with me all my life, and I want to remind you what one of my teachers taught me. A healthy, fit lifestyle starts with having goals and tools to accomplish those goals. I am about to share with you the tools to help lose weight and keep it off, build lean muscle and keep it on. This chapter covers the structure of the Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint. Day 1 to 14. Action. Cutting calories on specific days and cleansing the body. Day 15 to 28. Action. Adding probiotics for good digestion and cardio to burn calories. Day 29 to 42. Action. Avoiding late night snacking and healthier dinner for a better quality of sleep. Day 43 to 56. Action. Boosting your metabolism and energy through the right breakfast. Day 57 to 70. Action. Preventing after-lunch brain fog. Discover an energized lunch meal. Day 71 to 84. Action. Preventing mid-afternoon energy slump. 2 to 3 p.m. mid-afternoon snacks. Day 85 to 90. Reviewing results and new habits. Don't worry about the details of the Recenter method. We will cover it in Section 3. In this 13-week plan, every week we will add one new skill so that the changes are small and not overwhelming. The Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint is not an extreme diet. It is not calorie deprivation or a liquid diet or a cleanse. It is a structured 13 weeks FuelPrint that allows you to take small steps from week to week, experiencing the right time in the day and amount of calories of food or portion sizes needed to burn fat and build lean muscle with your current level of activity. Small, personalized changes every week. You are not stuck with a list of rules you have to follow or eating the same amount of food every day, which has proven to not be very effective for long-term weight loss and lean muscle gain or increasing your energy level. Like many other diets, decreasing your calories is effective. In the beginning, you are lowering your calories on specific days, reducing your food intake not too drastically and not for too many consecutive days. Drastic changes slow down and eventually crash your metabolism, leading to sluggishness and low energy levels. In addition to lowering your calories and increasing your activity, the Recenter method takes into consideration the number of meals, the timing of nutrients taken in, and your level of activity for the day. The reason why you eat has shown to affect the way and amount of calories you burn or build is logical. For example, eating ice cream at night alone and depressed as opposed to eating ice cream with friends to celebrate the beginning of summer. Study 5. Emotional eating affects many individuals and can lead to food overconsumption. The present research provides a theoretical foundation for examining the influence of food advertising, social norms, and related mediating influences on emotional eating. The Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint takes a moderation approach to breaking down macronutrients of carbs, protein, and fat. A moderate, simple step-by-step approach that takes into consideration the level of activity and movement, number of awake and sleep hours for the day, and energy burned. The quality and freshness of food are important. Chapter 6. Are you prepared to change? Good preparation is never time wasted in healthy living. Haroldo. We are creatures of habits, yet to grow and become better we must continually grow, evolve, and embrace changes. Grappling with changes is about being intentional with your goals. This chapter will help prepare for the changes that you're about to face. Mental readiness to change your sources of food and the times you eat requires preparation. Every day you will need to give yourself a dose of personal motivation to keep you going. A few ways to get the mental motivation is to surround yourself with wise, encouraging people who can hold you accountable for your goals and the actions you take to accomplish those goals. Practice deep breathing and relaxing daily. Have a clear picture of what you desire, what it takes to get the most results out of the Recenter method. Practice prayers and meditation. It lowers your blood pressure and gives you a clear mind to relax. Gather your time management equipment to help you succeed over the next 13 weeks, a physical or digital calendar, and/or pen and journal to record your food intake. Emotional support during a lifestyle change is very important. Select a friend, relative, or accountability partner who you trust and can encourage you when you face some uphill battles. You're going to face some challenges and it's okay. And I want to tell you right here and now before you go ahead, it will be okay. Here are some of the challenges other users have encountered and how they overcame them. 1. Keeping a food log. Some people had a hard time remembering to write down the food in the daily log. A good tip is to do it at night before you go to bed. If you missed the day and you can't remember what you ate, write forgot and move on to the next day. 2. Emotional roller coasters. Some people faced depression. Watching your body change can be intense to experience. If this happens to you, consider having a friend go through the recenter method with you. 3. Stress out. Some people felt anxiety and stress. The pressure to achieve results and standing over a scale waiting for the numbers to change can be very emotional. To manage this anxious feeling, select a weigh-in day and time for a week and stick it for the next 13 weeks. Study 6. Everything is easier when you have the support and encouragement of family and friends, and that includes embarking on a new weight loss lifestyle. R.N. Bauer says, "You don't have to announce your diet to the world, but you should confide in those closest to you, like your lunch group at work. Tell them why you're trying to eat healthily and how they can help you stay on track." Chapter 7. What is rhythmic eating? Every obstacle is an opportunity to improve your current situation. Haroldo. There is a rhythm to life, a rhythm to the music, and a rhythm to eating. Rhythm is movement and timing. Every day is a different day, and your body has different activities to do with different intensities. Rhythmic eating allows you to lose weight and build muscle without becoming bored in a static FuelPrint. The recenter method unique FuelPrint gives you increased energy, improvements in the way you look and feel, weight loss and/or lean muscle gain, prevention of diseases. If you already have some type of disease and your doctor approves that you can work out and adjust your eating, managing the disease, weight loss and/or lean muscle gain, improve the way you look and feel, increase energy, getting rid of the disease. The recenter method has 3 phases. Phase 1. Purge. Week 1 to 4. Action. We will cut your calories and cleanse your body. Phase 2. Purify. Week 5 to 8. Action. Rid the body of late-night eating habits that lead to weight gain. Phase 3. Prime. Week 9 to 12. Action. Practice how to get rid of after-lunch brain fog and mid-afternoon energy slump. It is okay. This looks simple. Genius demands simplicity. Chapter 8. Living with energy. Discover your possibilities and potential by taking care of your health and fitness daily. Haroldo. If you have ever seen a great show, a movie, church service, or Broadway play, you might not have thought of the backstage performance happening at the same time. It is not as bright or colorful with the lights, makeup, camera, action like on the front stage performance. The backstage is not intended for public viewing, but it is just as important as on stage. I remember being at the world's most visited theme park. It was spectacular, breathtaking, and magical. The rides, the food, the people. There was happiness everywhere. I was overjoyed with excitement. Amid the excitement, I had one nagging question that plagued my mind for the entire week I was there. If the stage performance is so well choreographed, what does behind the scenes of Disney World look like? That curiously led me to apply for and pursue a college program internship when the recruiters came to my university. Within a few weeks, I was a part of hundreds of cast members serving and working in the Sunshine State, spreading happiness and joy. Whether sitting in a classroom at Disney World University to learn the secrets of leadership, customer service, and communication that leaders of Fortune 500 company fly many miles in to learn, or working in parks displaying the exceptional skills I had learned, or soaking up parks through a guest's eyes on my 2 days off, noticing the details of colors of the sidewalk, and where the road begins, or the layout of rides and the view of the backstage support of shows. I recognized that what was happening backstage is just as important as on stage. The backstage makes the front stage performance magical. Just like how Disney experiences have 2 stages, on stage and backstage, so do you too on your journey. Your backstage experience is continuing to read this book and reread it if you need to. preparing and practicing the 3 stages of the recenter method. Your on-stage experience is the fat melting off of you, building lean muscle that reshapes your body, you looking and feeling better. When you have more energy and the right focus, you can work harder and smarter to get more done in less time. There are many new experiences to expect when you start and finish your unique FuelPrint over the next 13 weeks. Correlating calorie intake with activity to reduce boredom. Rediscovering the joy of eating. Food is good and delicious. It was created to be enjoyed. Emphasize the big why. The reason why you're eating, because you are in pain, bored, or lonely, or you desire pleasure. Healthy energy, more robust energy to do the things you want to do and that your heart desires. Practical and enjoyable lifestyle. The FuelPrint is not restricted to eating. Practicing the number 1 principle. Eat wisely, right reason, right season. Eat wisely, right quality, right quantity. Study 7. Skipping meals, not eating, or just randomly lowering your calories is not the best solution for long-term healthy weight loss. One of the best studies to date used a 14-day cycle. Participants did 11 days on a low-calorie diet followed by 3 days of eating more calories. Although this is a fairly new approach, hunter-gatherers likely had a similar eating pattern centuries ago. This is because the food was not always available in the same amounts every day. Section 3. Does what you eat matter? Chapter 9. How to recenter your diet. Resolve your fitness. Resolution. Haroldo. Is there anything you do on the same day and time every week? I had a revelation some years ago that when I controlled the quality of my food, my energy goes up. I can think better, listen more effectively, and care for people and their needs. I am more creative and productive when I plan ahead of time my food sources. The best way to control your food sources is by choosing when and where you purchase your complex carbs, lean protein, fruits and vegetables, fats, and water. If you were grocery shopping with me, you would see me at the store every Wednesday, conversing with poultry meat cutter about what is fresh this week, and you would overhear me talking with fresh fruit and vegetable staff members about what is on sale, in season, and organic. I learned this tip from my bodybuilder friend, and it saves me a few dollars and might do the same for you. There are different types of diets, and there are different types of people with individual needs. Some of the diets are high fat, low fat, no fat, high carbs, low carbs, no carbs, high protein, and low protein. Study 8. Scientists have found that the most reasonable diets can help you lose weight compared to not following a diet at all. Studies show 5% of dieters succeed. The recenter method unique FuelPrint is a lifestyle change with small moderated changes over time, practical small steps to lose weight, reshape your body, and look and feel your best at every age and stage of your life. Daily energy flow chart. 6 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. snack, 12 p.m. lunch, 3 p.m. snack, 6 p.m. dinner, 12 a.m. A. What to eat on the recenter method. The recenter method is a healthy lifestyle movement towards changes that are practical, realistic, and sustainable, taking you from perfection to practice. It consists of foods from all 6 food groups. In the purge phase, we will be cutting calories in half for the first 2 weeks. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you will consume 50% of calories on days Saturday, Sunday, Monday of your regular meal. An act of generosity would be to give the other half to someone who needs a meal. Add some light cardio. Cleans the body of toxins. The best natural products are apple cider vinegar, limes, mints, lemons mixed in some water. In the purify phase, we focus on dinner and breakfast. Dinner. Most people eat too many calories when the body is least active. Eating dinner late, nighttime craving, and eating large amounts of food when you are preparing the body to rest affects weight loss and increased body fat. According to research, those eating past 8 p.m. consume more total calories than people who eat earlier. Also, eating at night affects your circadian rhythm. Nighttime is for resting, not eating. These habits lead to gaining fat over time. B. When to eat on the Recenter method. In the Recenter method unique FuelPrint, you will tackle this by eating dinner 3 hours before bedtime. Have ever noticed the time babies and older people eat dinner, 6 p.m.? I'm not saying you should. Modern lifestyles make the time unrealistic for most people. No eating of carbs after 6 p.m. Carbs are a major source of energy food. When we consume high energy food and at a time of the day when we are burning the least amount of calories, the extra is surplus and over time causes weight gain. In the last 2 weeks of purifying process, we will focus on practicing better breakfast habits. Eating breakfast breaks the fast after a long night's rest. According to research, eating breakfast restores glycogen and boosts metabolism. In the Recenter method unique FuelPrint, you will have breakfast within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. A complete meal of complex carbs, lean protein, and fruit, we want to fuel the body early to start the day with zestful energy. Prime. By the time you get to the prime stage, you should be doing at least 3 to 4 cardio workouts per week, eating breakfast within 60 minutes of waking up, eating no carbs after 6 p.m., eating less food on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday days of the week, maintaining your normal foods on Saturday, Sunday, Monday days of the week. At least 1,200 calorie meal or another way is to multiply your weight by 10 to get your calories. In the prime stage, eating a practical lunch. You will be eating to prevent after-lunch brain fog and mid-afternoon slump between 2 to 3 p.m. According to studies, that late lunch eaters after 3 p.m. lose less weight than early eaters. An advanced technique is to eat all carbs before 3 p.m. In the Recenter method unique FuelPrint, you will eat lunch 3 to 4 hours after breakfast. Having a high-energy balanced lunch prevents after-lunch brain fog and a mid-afternoon energy slump that will cause you to reach for a latte from the popular hot beverage company. C. How to eat on the Recenter method. In the Recenter method unique FuelPrint, recommended percentages for macronutrients are carbs 40%, fats 35%, protein 25%. How many calories you need to take in depends on your gender, weight, and level of activity. It is recommended that for men for weight loss between 1,800 to 2,000 calories, women for weight loss between 1,200 and 1,500 calories. Avoid lowering your calories below 1,000 to 1,200 calories. Another way to choose from is to find your weight and multiply by 10 or use an online app. It is recommended for a long-term result of losing weight and keeping it off to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. In the Recenter method, you may discover that you lose a higher number in the first phases, a lot of it water weight as well as fat weight. The Recenter method weekly chart. Purge phase. Week 1. Action. Cut calories in half on days Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Week 2. Action. Add 20 to 30 minutes of cardio exercises. Week 3. Action. Cleans the body. Lemon water, apple cider vinegar, and mint are the best natural products. Week 4. Action. Add a probiotic to help your digestive system. Week 5. Action. Identify and remove carbs in dinners after 6 p.m. and late night meals. Week 6. Action. If you find yourself hungry in the face late nights, eat an apple and/or drink more water during the day. Week 7. Action. Eat breakfast within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Week 8. Action. A healthy complete breakfast includes complex carbs, lean protein, and fruit. Week 9. Action. Eat a complete lunch 3 to 4 hours after breakfast. Week 10. Action. No brain fog and mid-afternoon slump is a sign that your breakfast and lunch is at the right time and the right portions. Week 11. Action. Advanced technique for greater results. No carbs after 3 p.m. Week 12. Action. If hungry after lunch and before dinner, consider a mid-afternoon snack, a fruit or low-sugar beverage. Week 13. Action. Reflect and review notes for the last 12 weeks. Repeat fuel plan for even greater results. There are 4 quarters in a calendar year. D. Why you're eating. The quality of food is very important in the Resenter method. A good question I ask myself, that you too should ask yourself, is, what is the healthiest version of food I am eating now? Can it be fresher, organic, steamed? Here are the 3 major food groups for energy and how to choose the healthiest version of food. Carbs. Complex carb is healthier than simple carbs. Simple. White bread. Complex. Whole grain bread, Ezekiel bread, flaxseed bread, rye, brown rice bread. Simple. White potatoes. Complex. Multicolor potatoes, sweet potatoes. Simple. Quick oats. Complex. Rolling oats, stone ground oats, groats, steel cut oats. Simple. White rice. Complex. Wild rice, red rice, black rice, brown rice. Simple. High sugar cereal. Complex. Muesli, granola, cashew whole grain, grape nuts, shredded wheat cereal. Protein found in meat, legumes, and dairy. Meat can be categorized between lean to fatty. Fatty protein takes about 48 hours to digest, which doesn't make it bad for you. You probably want to consume it when you are most active. 4-legged meat is highest in fat. 2-legged meat is leaner, and meat with no legs is the leanest. 4-legged meat: bison, beef, pork, and lamb. 2-legged meat: chicken, turkey, duck, and goose. No-legged meat food: fish, shrimp, lobster, carbs. Fat. When working to lose weight, the question is, how can I make this healthier? Move from saturated to unsaturated. Saturated fats. Processed food, food in bottles, boxes, and cans. Oil solid at room temperature, butter, margarine. Greasy fried foods. Unsaturated fats. Fresher foods, avocado, nuts, sunflower seeds. Olive oil, canola oil. Steamed, stir-fried, baked, boiled. To lose weight and keep it off long-term requires you to lower your calorie intake. Studies show lowering your calories for more than 96 hours slows your metabolism. E. Why the Resenter method works. The Resenter method works focus is on getting your results. It is practical and easy to follow, scientific researched, safe, suitable for all ages and stages, men, women, and children, Healthy, not extreme in requirement. Sustainable, you can do it from season to season. Long term, it is a healthy lifestyle habit. Fun, food is good and it was created to be enjoyed. Small changes from week to week and not lowering your calories for more than 4 days in a row. The recent method does not always work. There have been cases where it is not a good fit for some people. If you have an autoimmune disease, diabetes, or a type of cancer, or are under doctor supervision, you may want to talk with your doctor before making any changes to your eating plan and exercises. Section 4. Are you settling for less? Chapter 10. Stepping into success. If you don't have what you want, you must learn new habits to get you where you want to be. Haroldo. We live in an instant or right now time. Gone were the days when you went to the library to use an encyclopedia. Now we have Wikipedia. No more running to the post office to drop a letter off. We have text, FaceTime, or webmail. You can even buy a car online and have it delivered to your home. Soon car dealerships may be extinct. Our bodies are not designed for sudden changes, and it has not been modernized for instant results like losing 60 pounds in 30 days or gaining 50 pounds of muscle mass in 6 weeks. These types of changes are not long-lasting and can sometimes be harmful and damage the body. True change is about breaking an old habit and replacing it with a new one. For most people, that change is not instant or right now. It is a process, a journey. Study 9. Most research shows that gradual weight loss is easier to maintain over the long term. It helps you develop healthy eating behaviors and has fewer health risks than extremely fast weight loss. You have to step into success rather than slide into big, instant, and dramatic changes for your bodies. Some people will inspire you along your journey. Look around and you will see them. They have developed good habits over time and became famous by stepping into that success. I want to share with you the secret habits of successful people and how they used these habits to succeed. 10 tips for stepping into success. Take naps. Naps help to prevent high and constant levels of productivity and prevent burnout. Muhammad Ali took naps when he was preparing for the World Championship Rumble in a jungle fight with George Foreman. Wake up early. Don't let the sun rise on you while you're asleep. 90% of executives wake up before 6 a.m. Apple CEO Tim Cook wakes up at 3:45 a.m. Enjoy eating. Make eating pleasurable. Eat in a community with a friend or family. President Barack Obama made it a priority to have dinner at 6:30 p.m. with his family when they lived at the White House in D.C. Know your vital statistics. Check your blood pressure at least once a month. Measuring your blood pressure is the cheapest and most non-invasive way of knowing what is going on inside of your body. Invest in a blood pressure machine. Get a good night's rest. Practice winding down 30 minutes before you fall asleep. Drink enough water. Add 1 glass of water with meals and 1 glass in between meals as a good start. Buy fresh, organic food. If you have a limited budget, buy at least the Dirty Dozen Foods Organic. They are fruits and vegetables that you tend to eat the skin. Strawberries, spinach, bell and hot pepper, nectarines, celery, apples, peaches, grapes, peaches, cherry, kale, mustard and collard greens, tomatoes. Move more often. Take the stairs at work. Walk outdoors when the weather is good. 2 to 3 sessions of weight straightening activates per week. Chapter 11. When you slip and slide, dust yourself off. If you have a bad day and slip up, don't give up. Start fresh at your next meal. Haroldo. It has been called the biggest comeback in sports history. It was serene and magical, and said one ESPN broadcaster. He had 4 back surgeries, a knee surgery, an Achilles injury, an elbow injury, neck injury. His family fell apart in the middle of a scandal that shocked the world. He was written off by many, on and off the field. Yet on Sunday, April 14, 2019, Tiger Woods won his 5th Master Golf Championship. He wore that green jacket again. 11 years had gone by since he last won a Masters title. He fell from a cliff, and he rose again with grace, patience, discipline, and maturity. Never give up, you always fight. Just giving up is not in the equation. Tiger Woods. These are some of the popular mistakes people have made in the Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint. If you find yourself committing these mistakes and others, you are still on the path to success once you learn from them. Mistakes are part of the process and they don't prevent you from succeeding. Here are some common mistakes. Don't write down what they ate and the times they ate. Start too fast. Don't invest time in either purchasing, prepping, or portioning the meals. Get distracted at the weekend. Lose focus halfway. Let's examine some of the mistakes you have made about weight loss and healthy living. Let's write down the answers to the questionnaire. Questionnaire. 1. Did you ever make the mistake of not prioritizing healthy living and weight loss? 2. Did this mistake of not living healthy and losing weight cause your family and friends to feel pain as well? 3. As someone dedicated to success, write down what you can learn from this experience. What did you learn from this experience? 4. What 3 ideas do you plan to implement to make sure you avoid neglecting personal self-care? Chapter 12. Yes, you will. Finish well. Finish well. Finish your reps well. Finish your run well. Finish the FuelPrint well. Everything that you do, finish it well. Haroldo. To finish well, you must start. The Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint is: eat wisely, right reason, right season. Eat wisely, right quality, right quantity. The Recenter Method Unique FuelPrint starts with desire, decision, and direction on how to care for your body's health and fitness needs, weight loss, maintaining energy, or building lean muscle. You will look, feel, and move better than you ever have when you follow the program. You can go read the success stories in section 1, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is time to get started to finish well. Afterward, perseverance. Have you ever had a big dream but had to wait and wait and wait? Regardless of who you are, you will face obstacles in life. Overcoming life obstacles takes perseverance. If you had been standing next to me when I was 11, you would have seen my sister's medal hanging above the mirror. On the front, the medal that she won that day was a picture of a woman with an arched spine. I was intrigued. I wanted my spine to arch like that over a bar. I wanted to be just like her. I wanted to win. Have you ever wanted to win? After competing and winning a few meets, I was recruited by the most sought-after coach, who was 6 feet 3 inches tall, a burly guy with a lawyer presence outside of the courtroom. After a few sessions, coach sat me down like a defendant on the witness stand waiting to be cross-examined. He said, "Haroldo, you have the talent to be a world-class high jumper, but you have to show up and commit to 2 hours every day." After practice, I thought, 2 hours every day, that is my talking time. That is my TV time. And if you had been with me as I showed up for practice after practice, set up a high jump bar higher than my best jump while visualizing myself clearing the bar, you would have known how painful it was, extreme loneliness and extreme isolation. It would take 5 long years to break the high jump junior record. It would take 6 years to jump 6 feet as part of the LSU National Championship winning team. The encouraging words of my coach, stirred deep in my spirit, helped me sustain the most dwelling days. Finish well. Life is like running and high jumping. It takes determination, dedication, and discipline to succeed. There will be potholes ahead, and you know all about potholes. But untangle yourself from things that easily ensnare you and run the race that is ahead of you. Finish well. Pledge card. Personal pledge for looking and feeling better. I pledge to be intentional about doing the work every day, of caring for my body and eating habits by working out and logging my food. If I have a bad day and miss a meal or a workout, I will start fresh the next day. Resources, book number 3, The Recenter Method, Natural Diet Cookbook. Celebrate the joy of eating. Exotic recipes from 7 continents boost your metabolism in just 12 weeks. Week number 1 recipes. Week 1 setting real goals. Breakfast, Louisiana, USA, beignets. Papua New Guinea, coconut cacao. Brazil, Brazilian cheese bread, pão de queijo. Lunch, Mozambique, puri puri. Greece, spinach and feta cheese appetizers. Dinner, Japan, sushi. Saint Lucia, banana bread. Louisiana, USA. The ambience of modern-day Louisiana is a fine co-mix of cultures including African, French, Native American, Canadian, Haitian, and European. Louisiana, LA, boasts of a population of over 4,657,757 people, with Baton Rouge as the state capital. The 5 major cities in LA are New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Metairie, and Lafayette. The largest city in Louisiana is New Orleans, with a population of 388,424. The vast swamplands and accompanying bird populations, as well as the many outer destinations to the north, Creole or Pelican State. Take a tour around LA. You will tell an exciting story if you go during Mardi Gras. Try the official donut of Louisiana, the beignet. Beignets are soft, square-shaped, and vanilla-scented French donuts fried until golden brown. These treats are typically served alongside chocolate milk or café au lait, a combination often served at the Café du Monde. Beignet contains 188 calories per 45 grams serving. Beignets and café du lait for breakfast. Recipe breakfast. Homemade beignets are very tasty. The incomparable ecstasy of crunching on freshly fried warm donuts served with a cup of hot coffee. It's simply indescribable. Ingredients: warm water, yeast, all-purpose flour, butter, whole milk, sugar, vanilla, powdered sugar, vegetable oil. Procedure: add the warm water, yeast, and a little sugar to the bowl of a stand mixer and let it activate. Next, add the milk, vanilla, and egg and mix together. Add half of the flour and mix together until smooth. Attach the dough hook and add the remaining flour while mixing on a medium speed. Once the dough comes together, add the batter and continue to mix or knead the dough until it comes away from the bowl. Transfer the dough to a lightly oiled bowl and place it in a warm place to rise. Roll the dough into half-inch thick rectangle, then cut out squares around 2 inches wide. Fry the beignets in hot oil, making sure to use a candy thermometer to keep an eye on the temperature. Drain on kitchen paper. Transfer the donuts to a cooling rack and dust in plenty of powdered sugar. Serve immediately. The Southern Bayou State is well known as the birthplace of jazz, the home of Mardi Gras, and a melting pot of culinary delights. Louisiana's history is as rich as its people, who hailed from France, Spain, Haiti, French Canada, Caribbean, Africa, and Vietnam. Their love for artistic expression is matched only by their love for food, uniquely Creole, Cajun. Mozambique. An abundance of natural resources, steady water streams from Zambezi River, rich agriculture, affording staple delicacies replete with fresh seafoods, and much more are typical of Mozambique. The East African country has a variety of healthy palates that will make your stay a memorable one. The Mozambican lifestyle was largely influenced by the Portuguese and Arab communities, as shown in their parlance and cuisine. The Mozambicans have a knack for binging on staple but healthy foods, being a low-income country of about 30 million people. These include fresh seafood, stews, corn porridge, rice, millet, and cassava. If you ever need to explore the richness of capital Maputo, you are in for an unusual treat in terms of commerce, technology, and culture. Recipe for Mozambique's piri-piri chicken for lunch. Piri-piri is a renowned Mozambican spicy sauce. The chicken is mostly grilled and marinated in piri-piri gravy, a co-mix of hot pepper, garlic, and parsley. Ingredients: 1 large fresh chicken, about 2 kilograms. Fresh watercress to garnish. Lemon wedges to serve. Piri-piri marinade. 4 plump red chilies, deseeded and roughly chopped. 2 red birds, eye chilies, stalks removed, sliced. 4 garlic cloves, peeled and halved. 20 grams bunch of flat leaf parsley, with stalks. Juice of 2 lemons, about 65 milligrams. 2 tablespoons white wine vinegar. 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, sweet or hot. 1 teaspoon oregano. 1 teaspoon castor sugar. 2 teaspoons flaked sea salt. Procedure: to make the marinade, put all the ingredients in a food processor and blitz until everything is well mixed and chopped up small. Remove the boneless chicken. Discard bones. Cut off the foot joints and wing tips. Strip off all the skin from the bird apart from the ends of the wings. Open the chicken out and place it on the board so the breast side is facing upwards. Press down heavily with the palms of your hands to break the breastbone and flatten the chicken as evenly as possible. Spoon over all the marinade and really massage it into both sides of the chicken. Marinate in the fridge for at least 4 hours, or ideally overnight. Preheat the oven to 210 degrees Celsius, fan 190 degrees Celsius, gas 6.5. Take the chicken out of the dish and place it on a rack inside a large baking tray, breast side up. Roast for 50 to 60 minutes until lightly browned and cooked through. It might interest you to know that Mozambique's Lago Nyasa Lake has been reported to be the 3rd largest and 2nd deepest lake in Africa, being inhabited by more species of fish than any other lake in the world. Finally, your stay is complete when you have had a fill of Impala, a beer locally sourced from staple maize. Japan. Japan is a top destination for all seasons, known for its amazing technology that makes day-to-day tasks so easier, natural wonders preserved for centuries, and vibrant, mouth-watering cuisine. Recipe for Japanese sushi for dinner. Sushi is a combination of vinegar-laden rice, fish, seaweed, or vegetables, and not a fried dish like tempura. The meal pairs very well with mugisha. It's a non-alcoholic, nutty-flavored beverage made from an infusion of water and water infused with roasted barley grains. It's totally healthy. Ingredients: 2/3 cup uncooked short grain white rice, 3 tablespoons rice vinegar, 3 tablespoons white sugar, 1½ teaspoon salt, 4 sheets nori seaweed sheets, half cucumber, peeled, cut into small strips, 2 tablespoons pickled ginger, 1 avocado, ½ pound imitation crab meat flaked. Procedure: in a medium saucepan, bring 1.5 cups of water to a boil. Add rice and stir. Reduce heat, cover, and simmer for 20 minutes. In a small bowl, mix the rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. Blend the mixture into the rice. Preheat oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius. On a medium baking sheet, heat nori in the preheated oven 1 to 2 minutes until warm. Center 1 sheet nori on a bamboo sushi mat. Wet your hands. Using your hands, spread a thin layer of rice on the sheet of nori and press into a thin layer. Arrange a quarter of the cucumber, ginger, avocado, and imitation crab meat in a line down the center of the rice. Lift the end of the mat and gently roll it over the ingredients, pressing gently. Roll it forward to make a complete roll. Repeat with remaining ingredients. Cut each roll into 4 to 6 slices using a wet, sharp knife. Papua New Guinea. Starchy root crops as a part and parcel of the Papuans' local palate, although impacted on their culture are direct touches from other nations. Sweet potato has topped the charts with regards to the Papuans' preferences for staple meals. Nonetheless, a majority of the multilingual, multicultural nations are vegetarians. Your dreams of sampling the sheer awesomeness of a luxuriant rainforest are valid in Papua New Guinea. Your tour to the capital city of Moresby will be worthwhile as it is considered the largest city in the South Pacific. The inhabitants seem quite conservative in their culinary choices as they eat dinner as their main meal for the day, with little or nothing as lunch. Papuans make do with remnants for breakfast. Recipe for coconut cow for breakfast. The coconut cow recipe is a perfect mix of sweet potato, garlic, onions, and coconut cream, although variations can be made with mashed potatoes. This recipe is a preferred, healthy breakfast choice for locals by reasons of affordability. Ingredients: 2 sweet potatoes, cow, 4 tablespoons butter diced, 3 tablespoons grated fresh coconut or unsweetened shredded coconut, a ½ cup coconut cream, ½ onion finely chopped, 2 cloves garlic crushed, 1-inch piece fresh ginger grated, 2 tablespoons orange juice, salt to taste, pepper to taste. Procedure: rinse the sweet potatoes, then wrap each of them in aluminum foil and place on a plate. Bake in preheated 400 Fahrenheit 200 Celsius oven for 1 hour or until cooked through. Cut sweet potatoes in 2 lengthwise. Scoop out about 3/4 of the sweet potatoes with a spoon into a bowl. Immediately add the batter. Add salt and pepper and mash with a fork to get a smooth puree. Set the skins of the half-hollowed sweet potatoes on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Add the coconut cream, onion, garlic, ginger, and orange juice to the mashed sweet potatoes. Mix well. Fill the hollowed half-sweet potatoes with the mashed mixture. Bake in the oven for another 5 minutes before serving. In this predominantly rural community, cooking is done in an open fire. The food is either wrapped in leaves or placed directly in the fire. Cooking is also done in pits filled with stones called mumu. A mixture of the root of kava and water forms a non-alcoholic beverage called the popular kava drink. Coffee is another cash crop and beverage for Papuans. Currently, the capital of Papua New Guinea is Port Moresby. Papua New Guinea currently boasts of about 8 million residents, 800 languages, and over 1,000 distinct ethnic groups. Most of the country's population live in rural communities. Greece. Greece is located in the far south of the Balkan Peninsula. Places to visit in this predominantly mountainous country are cities like Athens, state capital, Piraeus, Elefsina, and many more. Bread, olives, and wine are ideal constituents of an ideal meal in Greece cuisine. With an average of 80% sunshine per year, lovers of sun are sure to have a field day gulping down aromatic drinks like ouzo, tsipuro, raki, while discovering the aesthetics of Grecian beaches and islands. It's been reported that winemaking in Greece has been a tradition for 4,000 years, and there are over 600 wineries in Greece. The estimated population of residents in Greece was estimated as 10.72 million in 2020. Recipe for spanakopita bites, spinach and feta cheese appetizers. These mini spinach and feta cheese bites will enable you have a feel of Grecian lunch delights. Ingredients: 1 pound fresh spinach, chopped. You can substitute frozen, thawed well. A 1/4 cup olive oil. 1 large onion, finely minced. 1 bunch green onion, diced, including 4 inches of the green part. A 1/4 cup chopped fresh parsley. A 1/4 cup chopped fresh dill. Pinch of ground nutmeg. Salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. A 1/4 pound feta cheese, crumbled. 2 eggs, lightly beaten. 1/2 cup ricotta cheese or cottage cheese. 45 filo pastry shells, frozen. Procedure: gather the ingredients. Wash and drain the chopped spinach very well. If using frozen spinach, thaw completely and squeeze out excess water very well. Spinach should be quite dry. Heat the olive oil in a deep sauté pan or Dutch oven. Sauté the onions and green onions until tender. Add the spinach, parsley, and dill and cook for 5 to 10 minutes until the spinach is wilted and heat it through. Add the nutmeg and season with salt and pepper. Cook the spinach mixture until the excess moisture evaporates. You want it to be on the dry side. Remove from heat and set the spinach aside to cool. Once the spinach has cooled, add the crumbled feta, eggs, and ricotta cheese and mix until combined. Preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Lightly brush the insides of the frozen filo shells with olive oil and fill with spinach mixture until approximately 3/4 full. Bake the filled shells on a baking sheet for 15 to 20 minutes or until the filling is cooked through. Serve immediately. You are sure to debunk your prior beliefs about Greek cuisine. Fish and meat addicts as well as vegan lovers are sure to sample a lot of flavorful varieties apart from moussaka, soukali, and the popular Greek salad, choriatiki. Saint Lucia. With a moderate population of over 185,000 inhabitants, St. Lucia is definitely a go-to country for lovers of the easy life. It might interest you to know that St. Lucia is renowned for banana production and less so for sugar cane. The island country is situated in the far reaches of the Caribbean Sea. The capital city of St. Lucia is Castries. With a luxuriant agriculture, cassava, potatoes, and other root crops are commonplace herein. St. Lucian cuisine has many influences from French, British, East Indian, and West African dishes. Typical ingredients include potatoes, onions, celery, scotch bonnet, peppers, coconut milk, thyme, flour, and cornmeal in an ideal. To have a taste of St. Lucia, be sure to munch on Johnny cake, a staple dough enriched with fish, pepper, and onions. Healthy lunch recipes on my Castry shops is the delicious banana bread recipe. St. Lucia banana bread recipe for dinner. St. Lucia boasts of a plethora of banana plantations. Hence, banana bread paired with rum punch is not missing in many kitchens as a healthy lunch snack for tourists. Satisfy your sugar cravings in a healthy way with this richly alkaline delicacy. Added flavorings of nuts and spices are a game changer to this sumptuous treat. Ingredients: 1½ cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, ½ teaspoon nutmeg, ½ teaspoon cinnamon, a ¼ teaspoon allspice, ½ cup unsalted butter softened, ½ cup sugar, ½ cup light brown sugar packed, 2 large eggs, 1¼ cup smashed ripe banana, ½ cup light sour cream, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, ½ cup chopped walnuts or pecans, a ¼ cup chopped dates or dried apricots optional. Procedure: grease a sizable pan with butter. Preheat oven to about 300 degrees. Measure out your flour, baking soda, salt, nutmeg, cinnamon, and allspice into a large bowl, stir together and set aside. Get a second bowl, mix the butter and sugars until the consistency and color is lighter. Add in the eggs, stirring one at a time. Join together the mixture, alternating with the mashed banana, sour cream, and vanilla. Into the resultant mixture, add in and stir the nuts, dates, and apricots. Pour the batter into a loaf pan and bake for about 70 minutes. Transfer the bread to a wire rack and leave to cool. Spice-infused rum punch is a household name amongst the locals in the Caribbean. Unwinding is easy with rum punch, whilst relaxing on the marina around Rodney Bay. An island nation in the Caribbean popular for its beachside escapades and street festivities, St. Lucia is a melting pot of African, English, and Dutch influence. This island's rich history can only be rivaled by its natural wonders. Brazil. With a teeming population of 214,664,519 residents and major cities like Brasilia, state capital, Sao Paulo, most populated, Rio de Janeiro, etc. The dense rainforests, exotic beaches, graceful waterfalls, aesthetic carnival feet, and the popular samba dance all feature in the main draw to this South American country. The tropical rainforest vegetations largely support a steady supply of succulent fruits that are featured in most Brazilian dishes. A characteristic Brazilian apparently eats breakfast on the go, having easy-to-prepare breakfasts. However, coffee, which is the most essential beverage in Brazilian breakfasts, this is not to exclude juices and smoothies made from whole fruits. A dense but healthy staple like steamed cornmeal and other starchy lights like cheese and meat-stuffed bread and pound cakes are ideal options for an average Brazilian. Recipe for Brazilian cheese bread, pão de queijo, for breakfast. The goodness of the Brazilian cheese bread resounds to the gluten-conscious Brazilian. Ingredients: 1 3/4 cup tapioca starch, 1 cup packed grated Parmesan, 1 cup packed grated cheddar, 1 large egg, 1/3 cup water, 1/3 cup vegetable oil, pinch of salt. Procedure: start by boiling the water with the oil and pinch of salt. In a large bowl, add the tapioca starch and pour the hot water mixture. With a spoon, or using your stand mixer on medium-low, mix it until there's no more dry tapioca starch left. The dough should be grainy and gelatinous. Let it cool for 10 minutes or until you can hold your finger against it. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, rack in the middle. Add the egg and mix with your mixer on medium-low or with a spoon until it is incorporated into the dough. It will look like it won't combine, but it will. If you don't have a mixer and find it too hard to do it with a spoon, you can as well use your hands. After the egg is incorporated, add the cheese and knead the dough until the cheese is fully mixed. The final dough will be similar to a cookie dough in consistency, not too sticky and easy to shape with your hands. To shape the dough into balls, use a spoon or a scoop and shape them a bit smaller than a golf ball. If you find the dough is too sticky to shape, wet your hands with cold water or pour some oil in your hands to help. Don't add more tapioca flour. Place the cheese balls on a baking sheet prepared with parchment paper or a silicone mat, leaving about half to 1 inch of space between each one. Bake the 25 minutes on 350 Fahrenheit until they are puffed and golden on top. Serve them warm. As a tourist on a visit to Brazil, be sure to indulge yourself in the Carnival Festival. You are sure to tell an exciting story. The largest country in South America is also larger than life, with its stunning stretches of beaches, exciting carnivals, and breathtaking views. Brazilians simply love to celebrate life, and it's hard to resist their charm. Before you know it, you will keep on coming back. The end.